I'm making a game about telekinesis, probably one of the coolest powers there is, and I'm using Turbowarp, which is a mod of Scratch. You know that website where you put blocks together, designed for kids 8 to 16? I'm nearly 20 years old, bro, and I'm still using this. It's bad. Last year I made a video about this telekinesis game, but it doesn't matter, because I ended up scrapping all that anyway. So this is about a month of progress in total, and you're not allowed to give me shit about the graphics. Everything is placeholder, alright? It all started with this guy. He was for a roguelike game. It's always been an aspiration of mine to make one, and he was based off a character from an unfinished roguelike I did ages ago. Since I'm lazy, I didn't want to do any complicated walk animations, so I drew him to just be a torso with no legs. Instead he floats around with his mind powers. And that's how the telekinesis idea came about. He controls things with his brain. Telekinesis roguelike. At first it was gonna work like this. You'd right click stuff, it'd circle around you, and you could use one thing at a time. Pretty much just a fancy hotbar. Then I thought it'd be cooler if you could shoot everything you had at once, but my projectile system couldn't handle it that well, and I had to come up with something else. So, new idea, you still right click to hold stuff, but you can only hold one thing at a time. Right clicking an object when you already have one will swap them out. This was pretty interesting, and since your range was anything you could see on screen, it basically meant that the whole room was your inventory. You press shift to throw whatever's in your psychic grasp. It does high damage, but it removes that object entirely on collision. It presents some interesting quick choices, and in the future guns will have limited ammo, so this will be a good way to make use of an empty clip. You're able to grab objects midair, which literally does nothing, but I think it's cool. You can also pick up enemies and throw them around too. I'm not sure yet if you'll be able to do this by default in the finished game. I might have it so you need like certain items that you'll need to pick up specific enemy types. I don't know. I got a couple of basic guns in, like the machine pistol, shoots fast, the shotgun that shoots 3 bullets. If you land all of them, they'll one-shot weaker enemies. And then there's the grenade launcher, which does damage to everything in a small radius. Every roguelike's gotta have chests, and I thought it'd be fitting for this game if instead of just like pressing E to open them, you have to actually pick it up and smash it against a wall, or even better, an enemy, making the loot spew out everywhere. Explosive barrels, come on, you just gotta add these. You're able to deal damage to blow them up, or just throw them for an instant explosion. Throwing anything at them will also trigger it straight away, same if you hit it with another explosion. Even just skimming it will work. This means you can get these huge chain explosions, which I really love. Now, would it be a roguelike if I didn't add some items, bro? Items are usually my favorite things in these types of games, so I want to add a lot of these, but there's only 3 so far. You got the energy drink. Having one increases all your weapons fire rate by 20%, and further drinks increase it by an additional 10%. Kinda inspired by the way Risk of Rain handles multiple items. Super basic, but it's just something you gotta have. There's the cursed finger. Each finger gives a 20% chance for each of your hits to spawn in an AoE slash. I definitely want to add more to this item later on. My friend had this idea that each slash could trigger even more slashes, which could trigger even more slashes. So that might be something. Last one is rail spike. Each spike gives your bullets +1 pierce. So say you have 2 spikes, it's gonna go through 2 enemies. Additionally, every time a bullet pierces an enemy, it grows in size and its damage is multiplied by 1.5. This item is strong as hell when you have a lot. I also made it so bullets that splash will explode with every pierce. And just for the funsies, here's what it looks like with 10 of each item. So yeah, that's what I got so far. The game's called PSYCHOMANCER, and it'll be releasing for free on Steam at some point. I don't know when, honestly, but at some point. I don't think it'll take too long for the next video, but last time I said that, I was gone for a year, so bye!